Hi, people. So, I wanted to share some of my personal history with the Game Boy Advance and showing off some fairly new acquisitions of mine. So, when I first got a Game Boy Color, I forgot to bring it out here so I can't show it. Oh man, my hand really loves the camera out here. Ooh. When I got a Game Boy Advance, or when I got my Game Boy Color, which was my first console at all that was mine, I thought the Game Boy Color was the Game Boy Advance SP. I saw pictures of the Game Boy Advance SP. I thought it was called the Game Boy Color. So I asked my parents to get me a Game Boy Color. They got me a Game Boy Color. It's not what I was expecting it was. I was still very happy with what I got. And yeah, not too long later, actually, I ended up finding my dad's old DS Lite in his closet, and he gave it to me. This is not it. I don't have that one anymore. It was a black one, but I got this one recently because I wanted a DS Lite again, and or not recently. It was like what, a year ago now or something already. But this thing works perfect now that I replaced the cart slot in it with actually the one from that DS. So it has some of the DNA in it. So this is how I played Game Boy Advance games. You see, I also, while digging around in there, found a copy of Pokemon Sapphire, also a copy of Pokemon Ruby, which I don't have anymore because one day I woke up and I found it drenched in ice cream. We're not gonna talk about that. Um, and I have a bootleg copy of Ruby that I could bring out here, but whatever. So I have that, and I played a lot of this on here. Yeah, great screen. It's a very good Game Boy Advance. I love these things. Now, recently, I finally decided to bite the bullet and go pay $70 to purchase a Game Boy Advance SP. Now, I'm very happy with this thing. I love it so much. I just got the generic blue one because it was a good price for a working one. I'll show that working. It works good. The only problem with it, basically, there's a couple very minor problems that I can't even name, but the link cable port is broken. I've already have a new one in, and I'll solder it in at some point, but I'm not going to do that right now. But it works great. Let me put my copy of Pokemon Sapphire in. It would have a save with a lot of playtime on it if I hadn't just put a different save on here about a week ago. Yep, backlight off. You can still see it in this lighting. Yeah, there you go. Alex, 58 minutes for Pokemon. Yeah, works good. And with the link cable port, you can even jank it to get it to work. Now, after this, I wanted a challenge, so I found this for $50 on eBay, broken. It's a Famicom Game Boy Advance SP, some stickers, but oh goodness, in fine enough shape. It's hard to do with one hand. And I really love how this thing looks. I like the stickers too. There were some more of these ripped up ones down here and over here that I have mostly got off. I just haven't bothered doing this one yet because it's next to stickers I'm actually going to keep. But this one also mostly works. It had just a problem with the power switch, and that was it. Just came up and went. There's also quite a bit of corrosion in here, so this one of these buttons doesn't work. I think it's this one. Yeah, it's that one. And the power switch is also corroded inside. I already have a new one. I'll solder it in whenever. But this one also works. Let me show you that. Now that I repaired it. There's a power switch corrosion. It worked earlier. Come on. Come on, you can do it. Oh, there we go. If you rock it back and forth enough, it'll break. It'll go. But you can see this one's a bit dimmer. I think this one might have been in water at some point. Let me get the blue one for comparison, which I think has the best screen out of all of the ones I got so far. Makes sense because I bought this one working, but you can see just how much brighter this one is. And it's not just the backlight, it's actually the screen itself. I think this one needs a new polarizer film. I think that might be what it is. Now, it's extra evident if I put cartridges in. I got my bootleg copy of Sapphire out here too, so I can demonstrate the same looking title screen. I just realized on the camera you can kind of see a darker spot in the middle. That's not really visible in person, so yeah, I guess that really is one of the polarizer films. These things have multiple, I think. Get my hands on both the controls. So I'll do that and then press. Oh. B, so they're synced. And then you can see one is significantly dimmer. It's not even just because of the lighting, it's just dimmer. So yeah, I got those. And then, after repairing this one and seeing how it was so easy to repair, I bought a third one. I'm getting addicted to these. I bought it because I have an extra spare battery that I bought for this one, but it didn't end up needing it. This is using the original battery from 2003. It just came back to life after I charged it. And this one had a spare battery already in it. I actually still have a spare battery, so I'll probably get a fourth one of these at some point. Or maybe a fifth, because there's one on eBay right now that has a spare battery in it too. But yeah, this one had some more issues. I had some issues with the screen. The buttons are kind of janky. They work sometimes, other times they don't. It's pretty scratched up. It's in not that great condition. And the battery was way bulging out. But I cleaned the battery contacts, I cleaned the power switch, and now, man, works too. And pretty good too. Let me grab a cartridge to demonstrate here. Now these things are nothing in comparison to the backlit screen of a DS Lite. These screens are really good. These are all AGS 001s. I did not spring for an AGS 101 because it's not worth it. And I'm bringing these outside a lot anywhere where I want the reflectivity. So for my use, these are better. Even if the screen is a tad worse. Oh yeah, you can see here. Oh, now it's working. Usually, oh, there. Sometimes that button has issues. But the more I've been using it, it's been not doing that. So here's a comparison with this screen. It's just ever so slightly brighter. Oh, I put a cartridge in this one. It didn't work. I just realized that now. Usually it works. There we go. So I'll do that. Come on. And B button. Oh, nope. Come on. Ooh, the B button stopped working on this thing. Oh, no, it didn't crash. Huh. Well, yeah. Told you buttons are bad. So I'll get new buttons for this at some point. But yeah, I didn't end up doing that for this yet. I haven't got new buttons. It needs new buttons on the PCB. They're kind of messed up, but I'm not sure it's entirely worth it for a DS, not a DS, a GBA in this condition. Yeah, I just wanted to show these off because I've been meaning to get GBA SPs for the longest time, and then within a week I went from 1 to 2, and then the next week I had 3. And then also, unrelatedly, I've got, a while back, I got a undoubtedly bootleg EverDrive for Game Boy Color. So I've been having fun going through the Game Boy library with that and finding games I never knew existed and stuff. This is like my key to getting into the Game Boy library. I've never really been able to do it on emulator or anything. This has been great. I've been finding so many cool games. I've even gotten over halfway through Zelda Link's Awakening on this thing. And it does everything through Game Boy Color. So it's awesome. I'll demonstrate that working here. If this decides to turn on. Oh, yep, it did. Oh, it didn't read the cartridge, because of course it didn't. Of course, they're being janky now. They worked perfect just a bit ago. Before I started filming. Okay, there we go. I'll just show that. Hopefully I don't get a copyright strike for that music. That'd be hilarious. Yeah, just menu. You go into things. What's the last game I played? I think it's Castlevania 2. We'll see. Oh, no, it's not. It's one of these Konami GB collections. GB Collection 4. Oh, it was Castlevania 2. So I was doing Belmont's Revenge. If this thing would focus. There we go. Just show this a bit. There we go. Yeah, the sound's good on all these and everything. So, there you go. I got 3 Game Boy Advance SPs now. I love them. I'm going to keep collecting them. Eventually, I'm planning to... I got another problem with this. It doesn't have the light here, but I think that might be just the power switch. I'm planning to... Once I get enough of these, I'm going to start fixing them and then selling them. So... if you're interested in getting a Game Boy Advance SP, and, yeah, I might be able to sell one to you at a good price. For me buying a cheap one and getting it working, and then, yeah. Because this black one, $40. And it works perfect, basically, other than the buttons being a little jank, but I could probably get the B button to work, and it'd be mostly fine. And yeah, 70, 50, 40. So the broken ones tend to be pretty affordable, actually. I'm looking into that. So I guess, yeah, if you're, I guess you don't have to be in the area. If you're interested in getting a Game Boy Advance repaired by me, let me know. I am happy to do this. I have been really enjoying repairing these. Now, this video has been going on for 12.5 minutes now, and I'm just rambling at this point. So I think I'm going to end it here, but... thank you guys for watching, and it's great to be back. I'll put the other stuff in frame too. There we go. Yeah, extra good.